only look at the certificate and the certificate, you don't succeed. The certificate only gives you a stepping stone to do more. And what you do is what will let you be successful or not. The certificate will pave a way. So you end up having to say two people, and mostly it happens to those who have first class. They come with the thinking that they had first class, so it means they will move on, right? But it is what you do at the job site. What you do, that is what will let you progress. It is not the entry. The certificate gives you an entry.
An organization as a body promoting the study and then the research of credit practice and profession in Ghana. At least we need to tell the public, the people that we serve, the community that we serve, the essence of what we do. So we are using this platform or this program to communicate, to disclose to the public the relevance of credit management education and as a profession.
The customer will pretend to be a friend when the customer needs the money. But after assessing the loan and everything, if you are not careful, the customer will expose you.
Ame Isaba Ata Agi Steven Wood Okay. I'm doing. Part the prescribed examination for the year 2024 examination right. I will use this opportunity to invite Mr. Nanayao Adu Ochre Aduache Andrew Amchi, the Director of Studies and Training, National Bank of Canada, to shake hands with the newly qualified credit practitioners. Let me also make an appeal. These are individuals that you can engage them. From here, you can start giving them jobs. Yes. Give them jobs. They have been trained, assessed, and from the standards of the institute, we can manage every single unit of credit risk management package.
getting handshakes from accomplished personalities.
Yachi. Edu Yachi. That is my name. Right. I think I'm excited to be here and looking at what is happening in our environment, the kind of work that we are doing, the rate at which we are getting defaults, and the level of default from our customers and from customers of other institutions that are not banking institutions. I happen to be within a group, a Tobico group of companies. So when you did mention that people are defaulting in all areas, it dawned on me. But this morning we had a group meeting, and there's a huge default in the area of even pharmaceutical companies, people who are buying from pharmaceutical companies. So we're thinking about forming a credit department in the group to be following up on such defaults. So it's an area that has been around for a long time, but we seem not to have paid a lot of attention to that area. 10 years in the life of this institution is a good one. You may not know what is ahead of you, but I can assure you that given what is happening, there will be a lot of avenues for you to tap into. So the world out there is all for you. You need to be able to look at areas that you yourself will want to go into. Because it's a wide area. The hotels are having the same problems. The pharmaceuticals are having them. The banks are having them, savings and loans, and every aspect and every facet of our life. So wherever you find yourself, I wish you well. I want to congratulate you for all that you've gone through. The knowledge that you have acquired is the foundation of your future. Don't stop there. Continue engaging in this environment. Continue speaking to people who have a lot of experiences in this environment, and move on. Don't just leave it as it is now and think that you have a certificate and that is enough. The practice is more important than the certificate. And more often in my short life on this earth, I've come to realize that when people decide to only look at the certificate and the certificate, you don't succeed. The certificate only gives you a stepping stone to do more. And what you do is what will let you be successful or not. The certificate will pave a way. So you end up having to say two people, and mostly it happens to those who have first class. They come with the thinking that they had first class, so it means they will move on, right? But it is what you do at the job site. What you do, that is what will let you progress. It is not the entry. The certificate gives you an entry. So you have third class, you have first class, you have whatever class, we all enter. Then when we enter, it is performance that will differentiate you from the others. So please go and perform and make this institution proud of you. We are grateful to God for taking you through what you have now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I moved there with the credit officer and other relationship officers. We started pushing the customer. He mentioned the name of the guy. Didn't you take 5% of the money? If I had had the whole money, I would have been able to use the money to do what I was supposed to do and be able to pay the money. Why am I saying this? In credit, integrity is very much important. You don't know when and when you'll be exposed. The customer will pretend to be a friend when the customer needs the money. But after assessing the loan and everything, if you are not careful, the customer will expose you. You may end up losing the job. Please, as my dear colleague said, the certificate is there. But what are you doing at the place where you are going to work? That is the most important thing. Professionalism, integrity, very much important. So what I would like to say is that I thank you very much, and I'm very much happy with this process. But the most important thing is what you are going to do at the place you'll be employed. Or if you are already unemployed, person, no problem. But the most important thing is that let the institution actually be happy to see you working at that place. Don't go and disgrace the institution. I'm happy the chairman said he has the right to recall the certificate if you go out there and do something negative. Please, may the good Lord bless you and guide you wherever you go. What we are looking for is your integrity and professionalism. Thank you very much.
To give such a speech on behalf of the 2024 graduating students. We are very much grateful to all that we have gone through. It hasn't been easy, but it has been successful. Many of us are coming from financial institutions. Others are also coming from manufacturing. Others are coming from pharmaceutical. But we came together with such a blend of ideas and the knowledge that we have acquired within the space of getting this credit professional certificate. And we deem it a great honor to have it. And we are assuring the Secretariat, the Registrar, the Council, and the Board of Directors that we are promising to go and be a good professionals in the field, and also to ensure that we excel the name of the Credit Institute. On behalf of the team, we want to say thank you so much, and may the God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to appreciate your presence here as we are commemorating the 10th years of our operation as a professional bank. Credit management is so important in every sector of the economy. It being a media organization, a bank, or non-bank financial institution. The purpose of today's event is to adore our 10th year to the stakeholders or the environment within which we operate our businesses from. For them to also appreciate or understand the fact that credit, we cannot do away with credit. And therefore, as an organization or as a body, promoting the study and then the research of credit practice and profession in Ghana, at least we need to tell the public, the people that we serve, the community that we serve, the essence of what we do. So we are using this platform or this program to communicate, to disclose to the public the relevance of credit management education and as a profession. When you go to other economies, for example, Kenya, South Africa, or Nigeria, they have national institutions that train people that are involved in this area of practice or that are engaged in the practice of credit risk management. And we also appreciate or we believe that as an organization, we cannot do away with that. So we need to also share with the public the relevancy of credit management education, the relevancy of credit management as a profession. So we are using today's event to disclose or to tell the public that since 2014 that we started this promotion or this propagation, this is where we have gotten to.
When
you see, when we see 49.4%, I would say that it is not something that as a country we need to entertain. All the stakeholders within the financial architecture or the financial landscape, we need to come together to find remedy, resilient remedy or solution to mitigate or to reduce this non-performing loan staff. What it means is that if you witness, it means once you give loans, about 80% is going back. It means you can't recover. So what is the cause or the causes of this non-performing loan? Is it the underwriting credit practices or economic issues? that is causing this whole non-performing stuff. If it's more of credit underwriting practice, who are the people that are in charge of credit analysis? Are they competent enough to do this appraisal or this assessment? What are the policies that the institutions have put in place to mitigate some of this? You can't take away the human factor from this whole thing. So we believe that we need to reorient practitioners in terms of corporate governance, in terms of practice. At least we will have a structure. No, sometimes you do your work, but the thing will still go bad. That is one of the factors. But what can we do to overcome this? We as a body or as an institution believe that we need to persistently, deepen the knowledge and then the competence of those who are in charge of this whole unit.
Does it mean that
they will not have the interest to advance credit? Because you see, it won't come. So you can't put all your resources in something that you are not getting returns or benefit from. So it means they are going to tighten the credit request processes, so that in their mind they might think that will also help in reducing this whole non-performing system.
So that means people will not.
Because we are afraid, as a lender, you'll be afraid because you know that this money that you're giving, it will go but it won't come. So in terms of selection of those you want to give, which is not good, it will affect businesses. Businesses will not have capital or working capital to expand their businesses or their operations, because most of the businesses rely on debt financing, that is credit. And without it, the economy will not grow. People cannot employ. People will end up sacking people because the returns that we are getting from the loans that we give, these are some of the things that we also use to support staff or staffing of our various institutions. And therefore, we need to come together as an organization, as people, to find a remedy in the quest of reducing this non-performing. The state is doing their best, that is Bank of Ghana, they are doing their best. But I also believe that individual institutions and persons that are involved in this area of practice need to also be empowered, so that whatever we do, at the end of the day, the interest of our shareholders, the lenders, you realize it, you achieve it.
Thank you. People who are handling the credit process are incompetent. They will end up creating huge debt, huge, defalcations and all that. So I think what the Institute is trying to do is to help produce the knowledge and capacity that will help us manage our credit, manage our debt. People who grant the credit should be knowledgeable. I think that's important. Once that is done, you need this credit to invest in your business. Okay. If you're taking credit, if you're taking a loan just for consumption, it is bad. So you want to take loans to boost your business and to ensure that once your business is boomed, you can employ people, more people, you can even scale up production and employ people at different times. You can even do various shifts, increase the shift of your workforce. So I think that's the way this will boost our economy. I agree that we need our own internal rating agencies. If we do have, we can compare to other rating agencies. If you have a rating agency internally, it must be robust, because it shouldn't be a rating agency that can be manipulated. This is our own country, so even when we're not doing well, we should say we're doing well. So I don't have a problem if we do have our internal rating agencies, but that must be comparable to international rating agencies. It is also very true that we are a developing economy, and the reason why in the economic studies there's a separate knowledge base that is called development economics, development studies, or development, which means that there is economies that are different from the regular one, and you should understand it from a different point. And so that is important that maybe African rating agencies or West Africa rating agency or Ghanaian rating agency should be fine. But that rating agency must be comparable, must be robust enough that when someone in Norway reads about our rating, he will believe it. He will see that it is credible enough for me to take an investment decision. That's I think the BOG is doing what it can to ensure that our credit is solid. They are doing the regulatory things that are necessary. But I think it will be very useful for the BOG to also undertake some education of how these credits must be managed and the implication of taking credit and the processes that are involved. I think people sometimes think that, okay, if it's an opportune time for me to take it, that's it. I'll go and take the money without the necessary detailed work. It is important that you whatever credit that you're going to take, you provide the necessary documentation, the necessary feasibility, and then the necessary assurance that it will be payable. It's not because I know Tony Obin, and so he's a nice guy, so you take your money and then he's unable to pay. It is also possible that through challenges in business, through the challenges in the economy, as we see ourselves now, economy is not that robust, so obviously repayment can be challenging. That may not necessarily be the fault of Bank of Ghana. Of course, if the Bank of Ghana could be faulted, it could be faulted in a different way, but the economy itself is not as robust as we expected. So it makes managing credit very difficult. People's businesses are not doing as well as they should be. You take credit and then you produce and you're not getting people to buy. Or the price of raw material, your input, is going up because of the CD exchange, especially if your production element include items that have to be imported, in which case, if you take 100,000 credit, you are getting only less than $10,000, something that you could have had more previously. So these are all the dynamics, these are all the challenges that face people who have the credit. But I think Bank of Ghana, I'm sure, is also doing its best to try and ensure that people manage their credit well.